Good morning, class, Mrs. Water chirped at the start of first period. Halfway through attendance, the door creaked open and Sean crept into the room. He quickly slid into the seat right in front of Kareem. Sean's shoelaces were undone and the back of his neck was coated with beads of sweat. He must have been running. Is he late because of his paper route? Kareem wondered. When the period 2 bell rang, Mrs. Waters stopped in front of Sean's desk. Sean, I know you're still a bit new here, but I expect my students to be on time. Sean nodded. Sorry, I'll try my best to get here earlier. Kareem watched Sean fiddle with his pencil case as they waited for the math teacher. Kareem poked him. Hey, Sean. Sean turned. Oh, hey, Kareem. Did you miss the bus? No. They added 5 new houses to my paper route. I kinda miscalculated how long it would take to get around without a bike. Oh, yeah. That must be hard. Just say it already. You'll feel better. I'm sorry. I should have just finished the paper route for you that day. It's not your fault, Sean shrugged. I think it was just bad luck. If I leave half an hour earlier, I can deliver the newspapers and get to school on time. Kareem was shocked. Half an hour earlier? But you already leave home before sunrise. It's temporary, Sean replied. I'm saving for a new bike. I should be able to get one in a few weeks. The math teacher walked in before Kareem could say anything more. What would he have said anyway? Sean looked exhausted and there was nothing Kareem could do about it. At the end of the day, Kareem zipped open his backpack in front of his locker. Something purple slipped out of his bag and landed on the ground. Tata's Eid Mubarak card. Is this card haunting me? No. It probably just got stuck in one of my notebooks. Kareem opened and reread it. Did you know your name means generous? He angrily shoved the card back into his bag. I know what my name means, but it's too late now. I'm buying my helmet. Kareem got onto his bike and rode until he was in front of Canadian Tire. He ran to the back of the store and scanned the helmets hanging on the racks. He picked one up and admired its sleek black and red stripes. It looked perfect, but it felt heavier than normal. Too heavy. Helmet in hand, Kareem wandered through the aisles for a while until he reached the sports equipment section and noticed a big red sign that read, Clearance. Kareem rifled through some of the knickknacks on the shelf, and then he noticed a box pushed all the way to the back. The man on the box was riding a bicycle with a large basket hooked onto the front of it. The basket was full of groceries, a bouquet of flowers, and a tiny dog. A shiver ran up Kareem's spine. He stared at the box for a few seconds. The delivery basket would be perfect for Sean if he had a bike. He stared longingly at the shiny new helmet in one hand and the delivery basket in the other. He could only afford one. Knock, knock, knock. Kareem stood at Sean's door at 5:15 the next morning. He was about to knock again when he heard shuffling coming from inside. Sean swung the door open. His hair was messy and his eyes looked heavy and tired. He was wearing only one shoe. Hi, Kareem stammered. Sorry for knocking so early, but I figured you'd be awake. Hi, Sean replied, stifling a massive yawn. What's up? He bent down to put his other shoe on. You can borrow my bike for your paper route, Kareem blurted. I hung a big delivery basket on the front for the newspapers. Sean's mouth hung open. Wow, he said slowly. I mean, that's really generous of you, but don't you ride your bike to school? Yeah, but I planned the whole thing out already, Kareem said. You'll take my bike in the morning for your paper route, then ride it straight to school and lock it up outside. After school, I'll pick it up and ride it home. Easy. Sean nodded. Yeah, but how are you getting to school in the morning? Bus, Kareem said. He suppressed a shudder at the word. He hated taking the bus, but he couldn't stand the thought of Sean waking up in the dead of night like this. On Friday afternoon, Kareem arrived home from school to find Mom hanging up the Eid banner with the phone perched between her shoulder and her ear. Eid is tomorrow, Mom said, throwing her arms around Kareem and squeezing tight. Oh, and Tata's on the phone for you. Assalamu alaikum, Tata. Eid Mubarak, Kareem grinned into the receiver. Wa alaikum assalam, Kareem. How's my favorite grandson? I'm your only grandson. He laughed. Tata liked using that joke a lot. Alhamdulillah, Tata. How are you? They chatted for a while about what they were each going to do for Eid. Then he told her about buying the delivery basket and letting Sean use his bike for his paper route. I've been taking the bus in the morning, Kareem explained. It's annoying and slower than my bike, but at least Sean is always on time for first period now. Well, I never thought my note would lead you on such an adventure, Tata said. The name Kareem suits you. Thanks, Tata. He blushed. You know, Tata continued, when you've gotten old like me, you realize the things you give away make you happier than the things you kept for yourself. That made sense, even though Kareem had worked all Ramadan to save up for his bike. He was actually kind of glad to be sharing it with Sean. Weird. I have to hang up now, Habibi, Tata said. I don't want to burn my Eid basbousa. But I want to tell you something else before I forget. What is it, Tata? He asked. Anytime you share something you love, it comes right back to you like a boomerang. You never lose it. Just wait and see. On Eid morning, the apartment smelled like butter, cinnamon, and coconut. No more fasting, as Kareem put on his white thobe for Eid prayer. He heard a loud rapping at the door. FedEx delivery, a man called from outside. It's for me, Dad said, answering the door. Wow, this is a huge box. Dad ripped open the note inside. Dear Mr. Nasir, thanks for your fantastic work on the ad campaign. We look forward to working with you again. Enjoy this gift. Yours truly, Outright Limited. Shall we open it and see what's inside? Yeah, Kareem yelled. Dad used kitchen scissors to slice open the layers of tape on the box before pulling out of some styrofoam padding. Dad stretched his head. It's a bike. Dad, Kareem said, this isn't just any bike. This is a Super Speedster X bike. It's exactly like the one I just bought. Like exactly. It's even the same color. Well, that's a strange coincidence, said Dad. Anyway, I already have a great bike in storage. Since you inspired my design idea, the bike is yours. There's no way this is a coincidence. This must be the boomerang Tata told me about. An Eid boomerang. Kareem looked at the bike sitting in the middle of the living room. He immediately knew what he was going to do. After Eid prayer, Kareem knocked on Sean's door. Hey Kareem, Sean said, yanking the door open. Wait, I know what to say today. Eid Mubarak. He read off his palm. Haha, thanks, Kareem replied. Eid Mubarak. Hey, do you want to go on a bike ride with me? I know I'm skinny, said Sean, but I'm not sitting in the delivery basket. Kareem burst out laughing. He grabbed Sean's arm and pulled him into the hallway. Two identical shiny bikes stood there waiting to be ridden. What? Where did you get? I don't understand what's happening. It's a long story, and I'll explain it all. But first, get your helmet and let's ride. The boys walked toward the elevator. A week ago, they had awkwardly stood in the same spot to go on Sean's first paper route. This has honestly been the weirdest week of my life, said Sean, mounting his new bike outside their building. Same here, Kareem replied. But a good kind of weird. They both grinned. As he rode next to his new friend, Kareem felt the cool breeze whoosh against his face. Tada's words echoed in his mind. Anytime you share something you love, it comes right back to you. He believed it.